Story 4: The Ants and the Grasshopper. Once upon a time, on a bright summer's day, a cheerful grasshopper was hopping through the fields, playing his fiddle and singing at the top of his voice. He loved the sunshine, the warm breeze, and the carefree days. All day long he played and danced, enjoying the sweet sound of his music. As the grasshopper played, he noticed a group of ants marching by. They were busy gathering food, carrying tiny grains of wheat back to their nest. The grasshopper laughed as he watched them work so hard. "Why are you working so much?" the grasshopper asked, plucking his fiddle. "Come and have some fun with me. The sun is shining and there's plenty of time to relax." The ants, with their tiny legs carrying heavy loads, barely looked up. One of the ants, a wise old worker, replied, "We're gathering food for the winter. When the cold weather comes, there won't be any food to find, so we must prepare now." The grasshopper scoffed. "Winter? That's a long way off. There's plenty of food right now, and the weather is perfect. Why waste such a beautiful day on hard work? Come and enjoy it while it lasts." But the ants kept working, one by one carrying their food back to the nest. They knew that while the sun was shining now, winter would come soon, and they needed to be ready. The grasshopper shrugged and continued to play his fiddle, dancing through the fields without a care in the world. All summer long, he played, sang, and laughed, while the ants worked tirelessly to store food for the colder months. But soon the warm summer days came to an end. The winds grew colder, the trees lost their leaves, and the grasshopper found himself shivering in the frosty air. Snow began to fall, covering the fields where he once played, and there was no more food to be found. The grasshopper wandered through the empty fields, hungry and cold. He thought of the ants and how they had spent all summer preparing for this moment. Desperate and weak, he made his way to the ants' nest, hoping they might share some of their food. When he arrived, he knocked on the door of the ants' cozy nest. The same wise ant opened the door and looked at the shivering grasshopper. "Please," the grasshopper begged, "I'm cold and hungry. Can you spare some food?" The wise ant looked at the grasshopper kindly, but said, "You had all summer to prepare, grasshopper, but you chose to sing and play instead of working. Now winter is here, and we only have enough food for those who worked for it." The grasshopper hung his head in regret. He had learned a hard lesson, that while there's a time for fun, there's also a time for hard work and preparation. Remember, there's a time for work and a time for play. If you don't plan ahead, you might find yourself in trouble when times get tough. That is the end of today's story. Hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe for more upcoming videos.